Hello, this is Torch, and thank you for visiting my channel, Nailed It Intuition and Tarot. Today I'm going to provide a reading on the new moon in Capricorn, just so that we can see, what might be coming up for us with the new moon. So the decks I'm going to be using today are the AstroMatrix Tarot, the Colette Baron Reed deck called the Enchanted Map, and the Wisdom of the Oracle, messages from the universe, and then also the Archangel Raphael Oracle deck. So please remember that all tarot messages are for entertainment purposes only. You do have your own intuition, so please use your own common sense and judgment. You have free will and are never under any force, coercion, or spell because of viewing my content. So I will shuffle the cards as I open up a blessing for the reading. So at this time, I'm calling in the presence of the Most High Creator living within us and permeating all of creation and consciousness to join me now. I welcome you and your holy ones of the highest vibration into this space. Any energies or entities not as mentioned are not welcome here and must leave now. Our souls have a plan, and through this reading, may obstacles to our soul's plan be removed so that we may shine our brightest light out into the world. May the roads which lead to the manifestation of our highest path be now open and swift. Please guide the understanding of those listening to receive only what is meant for them without perversion. And may my understanding and speech be plain and clear so that only what is needed to bring peace, truth, wisdom, and confidence is spoken. And so it is uttered, and so it is done. Okay. And so it is uttered, and so it is done. And so it is uttered, and so it is done. Okay, and I just have a little Capricorn card here just to set the tone for the reading. Since we are talking about the Capricorn new moon, every time I think about Capricorn energy, I always think about that Rihanna song, work, 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 work. So you might be on the cusp of building something, working on your dreams to build something. So let's see what we have for this Capricorn new moon energy. Where is this taking us? What will we be working on? Okay, and we have the Rescue card. My goodness, this card came up just in a reading I did in the other day for you all. I didn't read the definition of it, but I'm going to go ahead and read that. Also, at the bottom of the deck, we have a card that says Coming Apart. All right. So what I feel kind of just intuitively is that this coming apart energy, if this is what's leading up to the rescue, maybe you've been struggling with some difficulties that have you feel like there's two separate sides of you, like parts of you are separating, or you feel that there needs to be a separation, or you've recently had a separation with some people in your life, and just maybe sides of you that you don't want to build off of, okay? All right, so what we have for the Rescue card, it says, you are always safe and secure to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that is what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand right now. You need only ask and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can get is from spirit. Get into right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic and provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. All right, so what I'm feeling off of this Rescue card, aside from obviously what the deck already said, is that, maybe some things have been coming apart in your life, and in order to do this rebuild, you're going to need to tap into some resources that you, maybe some people that who can give you some help. And maybe the building that needs to happen is not something that can be achieved on a solo basis. It's something that'll be more of like a collective group effort. So please shed some more light on this Rescue card for the Capricorn new moon. Okay, we have the Magician, so that building energy is definitely there. The Chariot. Okay. the Eight of Cups. And the Four of Swords. Let me just get a few more cards out so I don't have to pick this deck up to shuffle again. All right, and maybe just one more. I'm feeling one more. Every time I ask for one, I get 10. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Queen of Pentacles. And so that's a very nice energy to set the tone for this. All right, so the Magician card, the Eight of Cups, and the Four of Swords. Let me just take a moment to get into the energy before I speak. All right, so I do feel kind of in line with this coming apart card. We've got the Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords. So I do feel that there was a separation here of maybe you with some people, and your approach to this had to be pretty direct. I wanted to say forceful, but I just feel that it was direct. Like you kind of reached the end of the line with maybe some relationships that you had been in. And it was literally like, you know, I can't do this anymore. And so I see that that has already happened in the past, and that the energy that you're presenting in right now is that, you know, you're laying it down. I want to say, you know, I'm putting my sword down. I'm leaving that in the past. I'm leaving it where it is. You know, I kind of feel like the dust has settled a little bit from some of this energy. And really where this all stemmed from was some personal power that you had come into. And I feel that it had to do a lot about self-worth, that you had realized that, you know, you deserved more or better than to be in a certain situation or to associate with certain people. And so you took a lot of willpower, okay? But I feel like this happened a bit abruptly, but it wasn't without previous consideration. Like you had sat with these cups, you had sat with that situation for quite some time before you came to this decision point that, you know, this can't, I have to disengage. I can't participate in this anymore. Okay. And with the Magician card being here, I really feel that you felt like this was the best option for you to step into your highest path, the most actualized that you can be. And I even feel that something about this situation was really an obstacle, okay, to something that you wanted to accomplish for yourself. You know, I'm feeling an energy that rings of like say you want to recover from a bad habit, you know, say that you have you're trying to lose weight or something like that, and you had a habit of like going to happy hour, you know, every day after work or whatever. And so you've got like your friends and people in your environment like, oh, you know, I want to go to happy hour. Like, can you come? Can you come? Like, you used to always come with us, and like peer pressure and all these different things coming at you. But it's like, you know, no, I've focused myself. Like, I have this as a goal. I want to lose weight. I feel you. I love you, but I can't do this anymore. Like, so this feels to me like some firm kindness. All right. And I say kindness because this Chariot card is usually represented by the sign of Cancer, which does usually tap more into the heart space. But I feel like, you know, you just couldn't do it anymore. All right. We have the Page of Cups, the Star, the World. Oh, this is some nice energy. These cards are so vibrant. I love these cards. The Two of Swords, the Six of Wands. All right. I'm a person that likes everything to be like balanced, so I'm just going to flip these cards and put them right here. Okay. The Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands. Okay. Yeah. You know, you found some new passion within yourself. You found some new joy within yourself. that kind of has you feeling brand new and reborn a little bit. You know, it has the feeling of like a kid in a toy store. It's like, I've got so much to look forward to that, you know, I just have to move into that direct, like there's a determination here with the Chariot card in the world. And like I said, I did feel some softness, so that is coming through for me in the Star card and the Page of Cups, because, you know, I feel that you've had some internal healing that has already happened, that has helped you to feel brand new in a bit. You know, like what you used to like, you don't like that stuff no more. Or like what you used to want to talk about, you don't want to talk about that stuff no more. Even like the feelings that you used to have and like stuff that used to trigger you, that stuff don't even trigger you no more. You know, like there's been so much maturity in how you feel things. And you know, I can see that, you know, with the Two of Swords being, you know, you did kind of go back and forth in some indecision about, you know, what the best way was to handle, you know, these connections, you know. So I get the impression that you're taking your shadow with you and integrating it. Okay? And what I mean what by, you know, your shadow, you know, whether it is awareness that you have addictive tendencies, or it could be codependency, or it could be a tendency to react. You know, maybe you've always been like a very reactive person, you know, or easily offended, like somebody says something and you're going off, you know what I mean? But like it's something in this energy says to me that like you still are aware that you have that tendency. You're aware of why certain things trigger you, okay? You're just not letting it get the best of you anymore. You're choosing to let different thoughts, a different type of feeling, a feeling of healing, and you know, the healed you, the part of you that wants to be free and just like live in your liberation, live in your joy, live in your peace, okay? Live in some harmony. You're choosing to live from that aspect of yourself. And now you're at the space where you're ready to create. Now, the only pentacle that I see here representing that earth energy is the Queen of Pentacles here. And so what I love about this is like, the value is coming from you first, and then the manifestation of it is going to come behind it. And you're going to be, you know, I see you being very successful. I even see like different people, like people you don't even know, like new connections being made. Like people you don't even know are going to be attracted to or really magnetize and resonate with the version of you that you're choosing to live in now. Okay, I do see opportunities, ideas, lots of ideas and inspiration. This is just such fresh energy coming in, like your mental wheels are turning. You know, you wake up in the morning or you've been dreaming all night, you know, you wake up with ideas, you got to write them down fast. And you know, if you have children, I see like more joyful and happy times coming with the children, and that you know, because part of you is healed, you're showing even your children and other people around you a different side to you, like a more lighthearted and fun and playful side of you, okay? But again, it's not from a place of recklessness or a place of immaturity, okay? Because we have the World card here, which does represent some completion energy and that maturity. You know, this is saying that, you know, life is too short for me to keep doing the same things expecting a different result. Life is too short. And I also feel like, you know, you might not actually know how things are going to turn out, but this feels a lot like living in the moment and making decisions moment to moment as it feels good to you. Okay, so as as you feel inspired from within, because you're trusting yourself. You're trusting yourself. This is what's new coming in. This new trust of yourself, and like building that as a foundation. And it might not be so clear what exactly you're building, but I don't even feel like that's the point. The point is just for you to live in this new space, live in this new reality, in this new mindset, and you'll start to manifest as it takes shape, as time moves along. All right. And also with this Magician card, oh my God, do you guys like my nails? Just gotta pause for the nails because my nail tech nailed it. Okay, done. So what the Magician cards here is saying to me here, that, you know, if you keep moving forward in this direction where you're focused on creating things based off of what feels good to the heart space and what brings you the most joy and freedom, and just is it lack of abandonment? Yeah, like you're not holding yourself back, you're not reeling yourself in, like you're not all tight and wound up and like trying to plan everything. Like this energy feels very lighthearted to me. You know, aside from what you had to walk away from, which is like you're not even sweating that anymore at this point. You're just being in what you have. And I do see wish fulfillment coming in the future behind this. So I do want to pull just a couple more cards just to see, you know, from this new moon energy, what can we expect to build? Because Capricorn is a very like building energy. Like it likes to work, it likes to create. So is there something being created behind this? We've got the Queen of Swords. Is there something being created behind this? What's being created behind this? Yes, okay. And one more. Okay, that. All right, Knight of Cups. New bottom of the deck is the Death card. Okay, Justice. And the Queen of Swords. You know, I think what you're building and creating, honestly, is just more balance in your life. And with the Queen of Swords being here next to the Justice, I mean, you're speaking up for yourself. You know, you're not letting things slide that used to slide. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have let that go, but I'm not gonna. But like also speaking things in a very kind-hearted way. Like, you know, I don't need to get mad. I don't need to get upset. All I need to do is just say what I want and have some compassion when I'm speaking it, and you know, let it play out. I feel like you're more concerned. You're not even concerned about other people. You're more concerned at this point just about how self-regulation, that's the word. How do I regulate myself to achieve what it is that I'm trying to do? And let it play out. Let whatever karma comes behind that, let the chips fall where they may. You know, so this, I love this energy, because I feel like a lot of times we can get like where we start pointing the finger at other people and like blaming other people, like, oh, they made me feel this way, that way, they did. It's like, okay, well, what did you do? Did you speak up for yourself? And if you did speak up for yourself, like there's a way to do it where you communicate in such a way that, like, you know, I don't have to let certain situations take me out my hookup. I don't have to get offended by everything that people say. You know, I can just speak my truth, say what it is that I need to say, operate in the best fairness that I can, and release with love. And move away, walk away with love. You know, so this Knight of Cups is like cracking me up right now, because I just see somebody like this horse just like, okay, I said that, like, I'm not gonna do that, thanks, but no thanks, okay, bye. You know, like the horse just like galloping away, like, you not letting nobody disturb your peace over here. And that's what you're building, okay? And this death card, like, to me, honey, this death card is just like, you know, I'm not her no more. I'm not him no more. Like, if you looking for them, you gonna have to go somewhere else, because I'm moving different, I'm feeling different, I'm smelling different. Look, we got 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups behind this. Have mercy. The Wheel of Fortune. Come on now. You ready to enjoy yourself, feel yourself, and you are literally saying bye-bye to how I used to do things. And I love that, because this earth energy, like, it has to be tangible. Like, we can't just talk about it. We got to be about it. We got to move like it. And so I love that, you know, you are actually embodying this energy by behaving differently and handling your affairs. Like, you know, I ain't got time to be sitting around upset. This is my life. I'm responsible for my feelings. And if I feel a certain way, I trust myself enough to speak up for myself. And after I've done that, I'm going to drop it and let it go. You go have a nice day. It's the Archangel deck. It says exercise is key, and I have organic foods. And so maybe I like this because, again, this is really that earth energy with like food that's of the earth and like moving our body. So anything that's part of the physical nature really gets us into that earth energy. So getting out into nature, getting fresh air, sunlight, exercise, like you're finding different ways to transmute that energy. If you did have some upset or frustration or just whatever, you know, you're pouring that back into yourself. Like, you know, if everything around me isn't, you know, is not, you're not perceiving it to be good, like at the least you can be good to yourself. You can give yourself food, movement, you know, you can speak kindly to yourself, make these declarations, speak these new truths out into the universe. You know, this can even be prayer and petition, where you're declaring stuff, you're setting your intentions, you're putting the world on notice here, spiritual and in the physical world on notice here, that you're ready for something different, and you just don't have time anymore. Okay, ain't got time. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up here with a message from the universe. This looks like a really solid. I'm excited for this Capricorn new moon now. Okay. Live your life to its fullest potential. Let go of the need for approval from others. Live up to your own expectations and nobody else's. No more selling yourself short. Keep moving forward. You've got this. And that just really resonates too to this rescue card. Like, you don't need to be rescued. And if you do, I feel like you are rescuing yourself. You are putting the onus on you to create this new reality, and take it from thought into actual being something tangible. So I want to thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video if you like my reading style. And until next time, take care, y'all. Bye-bye.